So let's go right into it, man. Let's go into Detroit Pro. Before I ask you guys, or before you guys give me your opinion, I just want to say one thing. Hats off to Fuad for putting this show on the way he did with the black curtain. You know what I'm saying? And it reminded me of a show like it used to be, where the curtain is black. You can put the sponsors on top, where they're not in the view of the athletes, because if you put them all behind the athletes, all they do is cover them up anyways. So at the end of the day, it reminded me of a show the way it used to be, with when there's stars in the audience, you bring them out, they take their shirt off. It was just like an old school show. Hats off to Fuad. What do you guys think about the competitors?
One question. You're doing now the FIBO show in a couple of weeks. Are you going to do the black curtains?
That's not up to me with the FIBO. What the stage is going to be like. They have some background there. Yeah.
All right.
I'll tell you this. You'll see.
And it's been a lot of
you'll
money.
See a lot of my shows where there's going to be a black curtain now. You still have the sponsors, and you have the sponsor on top, where they will never be covered by the athletes. You know.
Black curtains in my show.
You see how good the athletes look in the pictures that you can get. It's
better for pictures.
Yes.
Way better.
Yeah. So William Bonac came in, won the show. I think that was one of the better Williams we've seen in the last 3-4 years. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I definitely think that we saw him declining a couple of years ago, that he was just not himself, that legs were down, volume was down. At the age of, 44? 42, sorry. He's packing on a mass on these quads. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Sass that's Sass
Herati.
He has also good legs, but you could see the difference in thickness and size and everything. William, if it's true, what you said, then, is that this might be his last year, should reconsider, because his body looks fresh.
Yeah.
And shitload of shows last year.
Yeah.
I watched like so many times. Consistent, never out of shape, always super conditioned or most conditioned guy on the stage. Now improving. I did catch a couple of things, right? Even his abs at moments were in very good control. Not completely, but like, for example, when he does that side and he has that perfect, half of the six-pack. But this, for me, would be a sign.
So would that be a 1.5 pack, or what is half of a 6?
No, but he just showed the half. But if you learn how to show the one side, you can do it on the other side, especially because there was moments when he moves and it pops for a second. Mm-hmm. It just probably never really focus on that one thing only. And William, with the midsection, would be much more dangerous, William.
Yeah, he has that short torso, and therefore the midsection is not the most aesthetic one.
I apologize, but I'm just going to give you after this. Somebody is constantly going online and say, "Oh, he's pinning his biceps. He's putting the shit in the." William has fiber upon fiber, density like you cannot believe. And I do remember 2022 backstage, Regan and I were right there talking to him. And he flexed the biceps. We were both touching and going, how, like you're going over the fingers, that's how you're going over the fibers. Everything he does, it moves, it's rock hard. But supposedly, former judge, they say, "Oh, come on, Milos, you can't see it, are you blind, blah, blah, blah. Look at his left biceps." And I said, 1 minute, he has nothing.
There might be a reason why he's a former judge. It's probably the reason, because he don't know.
And that's what I said. It's
about
a sad.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's a sad if somebody can assume being a judge.
But that's what they do. But that's what they do. Milos, they talk shit. Let them talk shit.
Well, at his age and looking like he did up there, I think, you got to take your hat off, because that's not an easy thing to do.
No. I mean, it was probably close between him and Sass, because Sass was very impressive. He was very impressive. He was probably the hardest guy on stage. But Williams' overall size and fullness just did it for me. Vic, what do you
Not
think?
just size, not just size and fullness, but also you had that clean looking muscle.
Yeah.
You know,
He
that
still
full
looks
muscle, round
fresh.
muscle, yeah, look fresh and all that. So, but I'm gonna beg to differ with Milo's there. I think he's gonna end it well if he does decide to end this year. And you know what? You gotta live a little, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy some of his life, man, because some of these other shows they don't pay enough to keep him there.
Right. I hope
Hey.
I hope he's doing the FIBO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's
He's
that's
already
next
not.
that's next weekend.
Yeah, he's already
Okay.
ready to go. You know,
I mean, you could see some damage, you know, in the shoulder,
a little bit, yeah. Left side.
little damage there, but man, still, that's a hell of a package to bring to Detroit after the Arnold Classic. You know, two solid performances.
You definitely
Victor-
improve another. Yeah, go ahead, Milos.
You're suggesting that we shouldn't encourage him to compete. He should.
You should encourage him if he feels like he's done. I mean, he's gonna end it. Let's end it on top. Let's not push for something that again he's not gonna be awarded again. And all these shows, all they're doing is doing more shows, paying way less money. It's like it's got to make dollars for him, not just cents to want to compete.
Victor, we used to compete for 10,000 for 3 to 1 for 30 years. They stopped increasing the money. Last year at Dubai, there was 100 grand first place. I think 40 for second.
Yeah,
You know?
those are actually the shows you want to do. But how many Dubai shows are there? There's the Pittsburgh now.
Yeah.
But it's
I mean, this
Go
was
ahead.
25 grand, but it's not even about the money. William lives bodybuilding.
yes.
That's his identification. And he's still on the top. I mean, he just won the goddamn pro show, qualified for
Yeah.
Olympia again. Think Dexter Jackson. Think Vince Taylor. Think
Yeah,
Albert.
but not everybody's a Dexter Jackson. You gotta remember, Dexter trained not as much as everybody else, barely enough cardio. Dexter did the bare minimum for his physique was a lot. So when you're actually killing yourself to step on that stage and pushing your body to limits that you don't know where you're gonna rebound to, are you gonna be healthier after the fact? So that's usually the concern. But he does look great. He does look healthy, and if he continues, I'll root him on. But at the end of the day, if he's gonna end it this year, he's gonna end it on top.
Yeah, I thought he was going to end it last year, but I guess he
Yes, we never know.
wants to give it another year. And if he wants to hang it up, I totally get it. He has kids, he has a family. He did well in the sport. If he would say end of this year and say, "Listen, guys, man, it's been a fucking pleasure," then I would totally get it. Move on. He's got his supplements. He's got his show in Holland. He's got things to do. He can use his name and he can make money for the rest of his life. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, my point being that he's actually has enough where
Yeah.
he could actually enjoy the next half of his life.
Yeah, because on top,
one piece.
I don't know, because Milo said he's still on top. Yes, he won Detroit Pro, but how many guys were in the Detroit Pro that placed top 5 at the Olympia?
He placed 8 at this year's Olympia, right?
Yeah, so, but in Detroit Pro, there was nobody that was in the top 5 at the Olympia, right?
Yeah, but again, listen, you're talking to the guy that placed 10th. That was my high.
No. I just want
enjoy
to make a
myself.
point. What you said, he's still on top. He's still on top of the game. But when you compete, you want to compete with the best, and you want to be able to still place with the best. So I think he's going to have, even though he looks great, I still believe that it's going to be very hard for him to break back into the top 5 at the Olympia. Very hard.
Is this top 5 the only bracket? The top 10 doesn't count?
I think for a guy like him, you want to measure yourself at the Olympia because he won the Arnold 2 or 3 times.
In top 2 in Olympia, right?
And so at the end of the day, I think the Olympia will be if he goes out, I think he will go out off the Olympia stage.
All right.
And listen, and I don't even know if that's happening. I'm just saying that this would be for me perfect scenario if he decides to retire off the Olympia stage, So Sass, man, that dude, how far can this guy go? Where is he from?
UK?
So maybe he's
He
doing
lives in UK, but
so he should do the FIBO
I don't know
too.
about Bourne, but he talks that way. I was surprised to hear him
He
talk.
said he talks that way.
He,
His
I didn't know how he talked. I just see him with this look on his face. It's
his
like,
name says something Middle East to me.
I
yeah.
know, but I'm just saying I just always seen his face I seen him smiling and everything in the show. I was like, oh shit.
I hope he decides to go into the FIBO too, because that would make the FIBO really interesting. Because as of today, there was only 7 signups in the Open.
What was the prize money for FIBO?
I think it's 25 for the winner.
It's not bad. Again, it's a good show to do. It's it's one of the few shows that are actually in Europe after the LVS show, pro show. It's not that many out there.
I think I thought I had it. Hold on. I think it's 25 for the winner, and 10 for the other categories: figure, bikini, classic, and the Open.
Well, he's up and coming. For him, it'll make sense, and he looked pretty good. He's got that young muscle. He's still coming up in the ranks, so why not do the FIBO?
Yeah,
He
had Ron on last week. Chris Milos, this is for you too.
Yeah.
You guys had also high hopes for Ron. You guys both placed him in second.
Yep.
And what did you see? What do you think?
All right. Chris, you want to go first, or you want me to go?
Yeah. I thought the chest was a little bit smaller than it has been previously, or what I was expecting. And then I just think just added more density, depth to some of the muscles, and he placed third there last year, fourth this time, but it has some new guys to go up against, and he's got to make the choice. You're gonna be a guy's gonna beat all the other guys and not beat the top echelon guys, in the sport. Where's your place going to be in the sport?
Okay, I'm sorry now. So I didn't, because I was just looking at the prize money. So you saying that the chest was flat? That's it?
The chest was flat and leading more depth.
Fill it up more.
The back, the legs, just need a little bit more depth to everything. And posing wasn't as bad. I thought
You don't think he would need overall more size? I mean,
that's what I mean.
a lot more size.
Yeah. More depth to the muscles. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Muscle groups and the back, the legs, the chest. So
Okay, all right, Milos,
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Chris is being politically correct now.
I said he need more. I said I was expecting more chest size.
Let Milos say what he said.
I love Ron's
You
physique.
muting me already.
Yeah. I love Ron's physique. When you look at that V-taper, X-frame shape, round muscle belly as well, and super small waist, I thought he brought some size the way he was talking, right? So when you imagine perfect physique, shapely, tall, round, gets in condition, that's going to be something, especially with the shorter, guys that he's going to be like Samson and Andrew next to, shorter guys, right? So that's what I was expecting. He placed top 3 last year, right? So they have an eye on him. If he brought improvements, he was talking about wait until I turn my back, right? And I did mention just like, okay, listen, you have to keep yourself look big, and those legs have to be always flared. When separated and flared, you can maybe get away with it, but he didn't get away. I see exactly what you're saying, Dennis. He left impression like he still needs a good 15, 20 pounds to be top notch. When you're talking upper echelon, shape-wise, beautiful, but there was discrepancy in size. And all 3 guys were, okay, James is not super short, but they're considerably shorter than him. They beat him on a thickness, roundness. Conditioning was pretty decent, but size factor determined. We basically glorify him all the way to the second place. Chris, you even considering can he even beat Bonac? And this is maybe we had perceived imagination of his physique, what he's going to look like 15 pounds heavier, right? But then he flattened out. I don't know. maybe in the process of peaking, maybe he flattened out and then he lost that pop. And when he was not impressive here, now I'm going to tell you a controversial thing. Small waist and flat guy, he can lose all the size right in front of you, right? When I used to compete in Serbia and I had a small waist and I wasn't that big, and there was a guy with a much thicker waistline, right? Ripped, all this stuff. But he created the illusion of a much more size having a thicker waistline, which, right, is supposed to go to my favor. But me being slim and looking like I don't have enough muscle, even open up eyes for me, like, okay, I don't look big enough. And, you know, my waist being 3 inches smaller. That's what Ron had. He really looked slim, and that small waist actually didn't work for him.
Yeah.
It actually made it worse.
Victor, what did you think?
No, that's true. That's one of the sacrifices. It's especially when it's open, you have to just can't focus too much on your waist. Yeah. It's one of these things that it's gonna hurt you at the same time because you gotta have the size. So trying to bring in that small waist, trying to look somewhat close to classic, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, it's open, you know, condition, size.
Right.
Flat out. That's it. Forget about shape.
I think he was a victim, and this is what I expected, to be honest. I expected this to happen. I somehow have that feeling. That's why I put Sass in second. I had the feeling that those Instagram pictures, stop posting, because you post these pictures when you're fully pumped after the workout, you get into the best light, and all of a sudden you look like you're 40 pounds bigger. And if you don't bring that to the stage, I was a victim of that myself. You get the best pictures after you're fully pumped. And, you know, yes, you know, and it's never the same. So for some people, you know, I would really suggest to just stop posting these pictures, just work. And, you know, he needs to put on 20 pounds for his height. He needs to put 20 pounds on. I don't know where, how, legs, overall. He just looked
Arms look a little shorter, too.
He looked smallish to me next to these other guys. But let's get to James real quick, third place. We all had James further back because we didn't probably believe in him bringing the condition. Was he peeled this time, or was it still a James that wasn't at his best? What do you guys think?
Well, I seen when he hit a last spread, it wasn't like a separational split between the two sides of his back, like down the spine, like when you're really tight and you got the fullness and the development. I just think you need those things to make that look for his physique. You need a bit more fullness. You need more. You need the muscle pushing the skin harder.
How was his condition? How was his condition? What would you say? How would you rate his condition from 1 to 10? What's up, Serge?
Yo.
7.
Serge.
7.
What's up, man?
Yo, what up, Vic? What up, Chris?
What up?
Serge, we're just right now breaking down James Hollingshead at the Detroit Pro. So, Chris, you give him a 7 out of 10 condition?
Yeah.
Milos?
I agree about 7.
Yeah.
It was improved. It was a fuller. It's still not bone dry.
Yeah.
You know, and what I noticed about James this year, he didn't have that V-taper and width that he usually has. You know, so, and that cost him.
Yeah.
I think his midsection is distracting from his overall look.
Real quick, who was the biggest disappointment this past weekend? I go first. Carlos Thomas Jr. Carlos, I suggest stay away from the stage and marinate for at least another year or maybe even 2. Figure out what works for you, because he's obviously can't find the formula. You know, he doesn't need to put on any size. He just needs to get in shape. Maybe he should put a little bit more.
But listen,
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah,
hold on.
Carlos isn't formula. He's sick. That's different. You're like telling him he needs to figure out the formula when he had a stomach issue. He's taking a shit backstage. Like,
hold on. I didn't know that.
This is like a health thing he's got to figure out.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was shitting backstage. I didn't know all that. I'm just going off of what I see. You know,
This has been going on for a while. It happened at Texas. It happened at the Arnold. So really, anyone who knows Carlos knows that that's his issue, is that he's having to deal with his gut health while also trying to get ready for a show. And that's why the Arnold was actually him looking really good, because it's the best that they've looked. But no, he's got a lot of issues going on that have nothing to do with.
So what do you suggest a guy like him?
I don't. None of us have ever had that kind of situation to give that kind of advice. I never had serious gut health where I have to have a special doctor and then tell you that you should just eat your carbs and do your cardio.
Well, colitis, Mountain Dog, John Meadows had the same thing, and he managed it, and he could bring the crazy condition on the stage. I mean, we all love Carlos. It grew on us, right? Father-son relationship that they have, and then the crazy arms, crazy legs, and that potential, like, oh my God, if he brings
yes.
He just is not delivering. And then, okay, listen, if you have a problem with the stomach on the day of the contest, hey, you should replicate this like 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, to make sure you eat exact foods that's not going to have that kind of effect. So
stress also, right? But I'm just saying, I'm seeing like from the back, you see these big thunderous legs and sweeps and everything, and then you see the back, which is lackluster in comparison. So you have to like show a little bit more balance in those two departments, especially when you turn to the back, when you're trying to hit a lat spread, hit a back double bicep. And then, the abs had showed improvement, but still needs, some more work there. And just that differential between the pecs and the shoulders in those front shots.
You just got to find out what's giving him the stomach issue again, not to be, repetitive. But once he finds out if it's going to be carbs or whatever it is, coming in slightly flat for him, his physique, he's going to still look huge.
Yeah.
And he's definitely the one with the most potential in that lineup.
Yeah. So, Victor, when you have a case like this, right, quite thick, but notoriously not conditioned, right, would you suggest, okay, listen, the only thing that now you need to worry about is get as lean as possible, ripped to the bone. If you lose 5, if you lose 7, 8, 10 pounds.
That will be it, because he's got such a nice build, nice raw muscle bellies, that just a little bit of carbs and not looking full, he's going to look great no matter what.
Yeah. I would stay away from carbs until I'm in shape before I do it.
Yeah, stay away from carbs, try a keto diet. I don't know, but he's got, the muscle ain't going to go anywhere.
Is colitis, does that flare up with stress?
Yeah, stress too, I'm hearing.
Stress could be it. That's a killer, condition killer,
Let's just give Sergio a chance. Did you see Detroit? And what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, who didn't watch Detroit? I mean, just the production alone was just amazing. It's really cool. It's probably how all of you actually competed, ironically enough. A black backdrop, good lights, the crowd was just sick. So just the whole show itself was amazing. I think Bonac, at his age, making his legs bigger is impressive. It's just amazing. What a comeback. It just shows what him and Stefan can do. saSan, I've been talking about actually since I did the New York Pro. When I won the New York, saSan actually got like, I don't even know, it was like 5th or 6th. It was crazy. But honestly, bro, he could have been giving me a run for my money. And that's what I talked about the next day after that show, is that I don't know who this guy was. I just knew he was one of Aceto's boys. So we kind of bonded backstage, and we've been boys since.
Where's he from?
He's Iranian.
Oh, okay.
But he's in the UK. He's a UK guy.
Got you.
But so to see him finally get his, getting looked at, it was really good. Like there's plenty of other shows where saSan looks sick, but they don't look at him. I don't know if it's like, sometimes you can do a show and there's a bunch of big guys and sometimes you get lost.
Yeah. So a show like this Detroit Pro was perfect for him because there's no way to overlook him.
I mean, the tallest person was RPG and Hollensheed, so they fit right in. It was a kind of like a good spot for him. And that, bro, some lighting, look, obviously bad lighting makes everybody look bad, but some good lighting makes people look even exceptional. And he was popping extra in that lighting. He looked incredible. So saSan, I think, may hop into FIBO, so we'll see.
Yeah, but, he should. He absolutely should. If you live in the UK, I mean, it's next week. I mean, It will be, you know, it's good prize money. I was just looked it up for you guys. For first prize will be $25K, second will 15, third 7,500, fourth 5,000, and fifth place $2,500. Bam.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's a decent prize money for a show. Most guys would be at the
they're gonna
FIBO
tax it?
anyways. They would be at the FIBO regardless with their sponsors or whatever. So why not just take advantage and get your qualification that weekend? I'm
They'll
sure.
tax it the same way as the Arnold.
Huh?
They'll tax it before they give them the check.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I don't know.
No,
Is
but
that
it'll be
new?
cool.
I don't
Because-
know.
It'll be cool because there hasn't been open bodybuilding in Germany in a long time. So it's already cool just to be at the first open bodybuilding back in Germany, which is wild.
The last one we had was I don't know if you guys remember, the Olympia Europe.
Oh shit.
That was, I remember I emceed the show. It was in Dortmund, and who won the show? Either Dexter or Sean Roden. I think
There wasn't a German Grand Prix. They didn't have the Grand Prix in
No,
Germany.
Yeah,
no.
we had German Grand Prix.
No, yeah, but that's Chris, that's in the 90s. No, we had the FIBO. We did because I emceed every show with the FIBO. The first one I emceed with Bob Ciccarillo together. The second one I did by myself. The third one I did with Marcus Rule, and then one in the Amateur Olympia I did by myself. The Olympia Europe I did by myself. But no, that was the last one. And before that, the Grand Prix that was in the early 90s and the mid 90s. You know, they didn't really have
Really
open
one show.
bodybuilding.
One show.
But
one
here's
show
the,
in the 90s.
but here's the
crazy.
thing, you know, people wonder why, you know, why don't just have open shows in Germany? I tell you why. Because as a promoter, it's easy to put a show on, you know, if you put the money out because there's a sanction fee, and you know, and if you do a show in Germany, of course, you would absolutely love to have the German pros on that stage so the German fans can finally see them, and whoever comes from out of the countries who can see them without traveling to the Olympia, or, you know, and then you put a show on, and then these guys don't compete in their own country. But those are the ones that complain all these years, oh, we got to travel every time somebody put on a show here. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. Looking at the FIBO, there's 7 guys on the list right now. You know?
Why do you think nobody wants to?
I
compete
expect.
there?
I mean, they still have till Monday. You know, they still have till Monday to register. So I don't know.
Why you wait this long? Shit.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I don't get it.
I think it's a combination of not a lot of people knew about this. I mean,
But they're gonna be there.
no, there's not that many people there. Like when DJ,
Well, I mean-
I was even thinking the first time I even ever went to FIBO was last year. For these younger people in these other companies in the States, they're only just now starting to go to FIBO. It hasn't been.
But the German people know.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they should be loading up. Like I
That's
thought,
what
Dennis Wolf has a guy. I thought his guy was gonna do it. There's another German guy that's fucking.
Yeah, but those are the new pros. Yeah, there's a couple of them probably already registered. But you know, we have guys in Germany like Emir Omaracic, Tim Budesheim. Those are the guys, the top of the Germans right now. Where I expected, if there's a show in Germany, I mean, I would have jumped on it like in a heartbeat, literally. You know, so thanks to Sergio, you know, for showing up. Because did you register already?
Of course.
I just don't want you to fucking miss out on that, because from what it looks like, Goodvito might have missed his fucking register for the show in Brazil this weekend.
What?
He's not on the list. He's not on the
On
list.
the list, yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying that supposedly
What?
he's gonna
What?
get- I don't know.
What?
I don't know what they're saying. It's just weird to not see
If you sign in, you
Read that
register,
Monday.
your name is on the list, and that Monday was yesterday. So the list came out. You can go on
Hey, it's scary.
ifpro.com and you see the list. There's 7 guys, 6 Brazilians, and 1 from
Paraguay or
Paraguay.
Paraguay, yeah.
Paraguay.
So this is, if that's the case, that would be fucking crazy. So that's why I asked you, Serge, just to make sure you.
Yeah. No, I'm all in for sure. But I can't imagine Goodvito's not doing that show. I can't imagine that Brazil wouldn't change that whole show for him with Rafael not doing it.
Yeah, but it's a ruling though, right?
There's no rule. If you don't register by Monday at a certain time, there's no way you come in after that. They started this last year with Tony Burton, who wanted to, after Brazil, do what was the show after Detroit?
I remember.
And it was past Monday. They said no. They'll do this on purpose. You can't.
I mean, it's good and bad. I think it's good and bad because a lot of guys do sometimes wait to see what the list is, and then they try and hop in. So you need to get rid of that shit anyway.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, who cares who's in the show? At the end of the day, you want to compete, You're going to have to compete with the big boys. That's just where we at. That's open bodybuilding pros. You know.
But to finish with Goodvito, I honestly think that he's trying to go fucking whoop some ass in Pittsburgh. I think that he is. I think he's pretty. He thinks he can hang with them. I think he can too.
I think he can absolutely.
I don't think he's gonna win, but I think he absolutely can hold his own. This guy is like a. I don't know if you guys seen him in person, but he is very wide.
No, I think he can hang. I think he can hang with anybody. Especially with the new size he has now, and I mean, he looks crazy. You know,
if he holds it again,
if he can bring that if he can bring that to the stage, then it'd be in for a surprise for sure.
Yeah.
You know, are you planning on doing a show after the FIBO?
Man, I just want to get back on stage. Like, for me to get back on stage is really the most important thing for me. To think about anything after this show is just a lot. You know, I already had to move, got injured. And it's so funny because now me and you were talking, DJ. The last time I talked to you, I was in the emergency room telling you that I had just got hurt. So I stopped working out since that text message I sent you until I moved to Vegas, which was in June last year. So I'm just happy to be training again. I'm healthy. My legs are the biggest they've ever been in my life. So thinking about after FIBO or this or that, it's not something I'm thinking about, but I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's prize money there. There's prize money to pick up.
And I don't care about money. That's not what I'm in this for. I want to be my best. So that's the first thing. And also, too, remember, this is my first show ever, amateur pro, that I've not been with a CETO. So this is something I got to learn with Stefan. He's got to learn my body. We got to learn how, because my body, man, Cormier will tell you, my body's so weird, bro. Like how it holds water and everything. Like my life is better now, so I'll have less stress, and that'll obviously help. But it's a big deal for me to do something new with a new coach. So I want to see how it is, see how my body reacts, and then we go from there.
Yeah, but don't you think that now you would want to have more opportunities to see you and your coach to peak time into time? The other thing is, Sergio, you've been gone for so long, and
it was 1 year. It was 1 year. I hate how people keep saying that. I took,
but even before that,
it's 1 year. It's 1 year, and I was in here. And if I wasn't,
it was 1 year.
I was before California. No, yeah, you know that I love you and I'm friendly.
He was ready for that one.
You competed at California. What was the show before the California?
It was the Legion with Regan, the one we did.
2021. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So right, so I did a show, took a year off. Did a show, took a year off. Like this, and I'm top 3 of every show. This talking like Sergio don't compete when it's like I'm sitting around not doing nothing. Like I was in jail. Like let's not like talk about how I was fucking locked up, and then I had every
the whole fiasco. Yeah, you had a lot of fiasco.
I could have, you know what I could have did, Milos, is I could have said, man, I'm in jail. I'm on a travel ban. I'm not doing a show. You know what I did? I paid $75,000 to leave Dubai to compete. So I understand what you're saying is I need to be trying to get back on stage and getting the wear and tear with Stefan so he can learn my body and stuff like that. But let's change this narrative that Sergio don't compete when I took off.
I don't want to change the narrative because I want to give you a good news. You're not in jail now and you can compete. You know, so you know, listen, you just said
he's not going back.
No, fuck that.
Listen, Goodvito, if he does Brazil, he qualifies for Olympia. But he's putting himself in a mix with everybody else. Derek just won the Olympia. Arnold Classic, right? And he's putting himself in a mix. I mean, this is a story of my lifetime. I'm supposed to show up on the stage with Flex and Kevin and Sean and Chris and Paul and Lee. And I was there. I knew that I'm going to have my ass kicked. So what? Be one of the boys on the stage with the elite. And then see, you're now so competitive. Fans of Sergio Oliva want to see you stack up there right next to Martin and Derek and Goodvito and Nick Walker. I mean, I'm talking as a fan. Sergio, you know I love you. And I have a faith in you. What did I tell you last time I saw you in the gym? This is your year. This is your breakthrough year.
Yeah, but Milos, you're also probably the only person that actually saw how fucked up I was when I got here. So only me and you know, I literally just did a pull-up for the first time in my life. I did a lat pull down for the first time in my life. I mean, not first time since I lived in Vegas. All these exercises I'm literally just now able to do. So I need to get back to fucking getting big again and putting weight back on my back. My back lost a lot of weight. My left shoulder is still kind of messed up. When you have a shoulder problem, you can't train chest. So this like, okay, well, you're at 65% when only me and you know, I really was so skinny in November. I only just got on it because I'm now able to be healthy. That now that I'm healthy and I get this qualification, staying on and not gaining any more muscle, I'm not gonna win shit at the Olympia with the back that I have. I'm not gonna be able to do a side chest next to anyone in the top 10 at the Olympia. But if I can just get back to training, which I'm now able to do, then I'll be able to do that. And then I can hop in a bunch of shows and stuff like that. I need to build the base and the foundation first before I'm worrying about, let me do another show and another show. Like you said, it's been a year, right? I took a year off last year. I want to get back on stage, man. I miss competing. I miss that. I was talking with AJ yesterday about how I was hoping somebody would hop into this show in FIBO because it'll help me prep for it better. But also, I want to be worked. Like I want to earn this, you know. And if I'm the same thing, like he was just saying about Goodvito, if he goes to Brazil and he gets that Olympia qualification, I mean, did he earn it? Of course he earned it because he dieted and did all that. But it's not like somebody fucking scared him a little bit, you know? Sometimes it's nice to be a little scared and a little worried, and I want that again, and I miss it. So, you know, the planning for things in the future when I'm just happy that I can do a pull-up is so fucking crazy, you know?
All right, you're going to compete now. You're going to compete right now. So how many shows are you going to do?
I'm going to do FIBO. So
what else? You're going to just buck stops there? You're going to think about the rest, right? Or you're doing Pittsburgh?
I'm just worried about FIBO right now.
Yeah.
So how do you? Because I heard what you just said, and now I want to ask you, how do you feel about yourself and how you look right now?
Like I said, you can still tell my left shoulder is smaller. My chest is probably still the smallest part of my body, but because I was so fucked up in my upper body, my legs are going to be the best they've ever been in my life. And so for me to be 40 and my legs are now growing the most they ever have, that means I got a lot of life left in me. And even if people don't believe it or they know it or not, I'm just happy to be able to be training and doing things properly. So to answer your question, it's just almost like I'm just getting back into bodybuilding again, which is also, it's funny because saSan did the same thing. We're talking about Sass. He disappeared for a little bit too, dealt with some things in his life, came back, and now look, everybody's like, oh wow, saSan. But nobody was talking about him when he, you know, a couple years ago. So I feel like if I get back on stage and I look the best I ever have, then the door is wide open because it's completely different now. Because now Sergio's not done. Now Sergio actually looks the best he ever has. So I want to stand next to a couple of guys. I would love to go compete at the first Pittsburgh show. I think it's a big deal. I think that's really cool. Obviously, they've asked everybody to do it. But Legion, they changed Legion to earlier. That's right here in Reno. There's a bunch of shows that are around this time that are definitely doable. But again, this is my first time with a new coach, my new wife. I have a lot of new first times in my life. So let me just knock this one out. And you know, for people that always want to say I have an excuse or some shit, they just make shit up. My girl can't even travel. So I'm going to Germany by myself. And I never did this. And I told Cormier because he's the only one who would understand. I've always had my girl with me. I've always had someone helping me. And I look at other pros that travel by themselves and I'm like, damn, like that's fucking hardcore when that's the norm.
I traveled by myself my whole career.
Brother. Right. So something that I think is so crazy, it's normal as fuck. So I'm excited to now go do this for the first time in my life with a new coach. And now I'm going to travel for the first time by myself. Like it's just a lot of new experiences for me that I'm very excited about.
Hey, Hey, we've traveled by ourselves, but this guy had a fucking system. This guy had a system with everything he did, so it would be a little shock for him. So here's the thing, when you're dealing with a little bit of injury, a little bit of stuff that you got to do for posing, you got to pose more methodical.
Yeah.
This high, this looks better. So just get all that stuff honed in. This pose, every posing has to be like dead on how you want to display yourself. And training also, if you have an injury or something like that with the shoulder, get all the exercises that's not going to give you any problem and work with those. Work what you can, not beat yourself with something that's going to be hurting you while you're training. You don't want that. So that's how you get to alleviate some of those issues. And I think your body fat is at a really good level, and the look is there. So I feel like it's just going to be about peaking right here and keeping your mind intact all the way to the show. I think that's going to be all you need to do. And then I think it'll be a good thing for you to pick something else and just, keep honing in like these guys are saying. But for the most part, let's get this one show out the way and then just take it in after that.
No, this is a cool panel too, because this is probably the only panel I've been on that everybody actually knows me on a personal level, like on a real personal level. So what you're saying is not some general ass advice to somebody. You're talking to me, I know you're telling me, and you know my past, and you know that I changed my whole personal life. So the stress I think is already going to be gone alone. And then one thing cool about Stefan, he has a lot of similarities to Aceto, as in not in their protocol, but their demeanor. I really appreciate how Aceto is always chill. Like Aceto's never stressed out anyone, and that's how Stefan is. Every time I message him, I don't know how he does it. He's got like 87 athletes, and bro, he gets back to me in seconds. Like he's very responsive. He loves what he does. And so I think him being there, that's also going to help me too. So, but man, I'm telling you, Chris, bro, I miss it, man. I just fucking miss battling.
I would too. I mean, I miss it. Shit.
Just focus on that one. This is the second time that you say you miss it. You want to compete. You want to be on the stage. This is the reason why me, Victor, Dennis, maybe we're telling you how many other shows you're going to do. You are on the stage. You're entertainer. You're best poser how many times so far, right? You are Sergio Oliva, man, So you're depriving the whole world from you of, okay, I'm going to do this one and see how it goes. You just said you love to compete. And I told you guys, since I've seen him train here in 3 minutes away from me, he's like a mad dog, training like life depends on him. I would never know that you had a shoulder and back injury because I saw you doing this bend over rows with some crazy stupid weight. They're doing that incline machine with the 6.5 plates. I mean, seriously, I told you guys before, Sergio is committed. So that's why I told him I feel it.
He's willing to work. He's never backed out of one pose or training rep that I ever asked him for. Never, ever.
But my life was a mess. My life was a mess. And
but you didn't back down.
I feel bad for Aceto. Aceto never got to prep me just being a normal life, Poor guy had to pull me out of some fucking women shit.
When are you flying into Germany?
I'm leaving early, bro. I'm out of here Friday.
Yeah. Are you all set over there?
Yeah, luckily that's what I was gonna say too. Shout out to Gym 80 because Gym 80 is one of the main reasons why I was even doing the show. They brought last year was the first time I even went to FIBO. It was such a great experience. And so now I want to go represent them at the show. And yeah, they're making sure that I'm taken care of.
Yeah, by the way, Gym 80 is also next to ESN, a sponsor of the event. So the title sponsor is ESN, the supplements, and then Gym 80 for equipment. Yeah, so if you win the FIBO, are you doing the Olympia this year?
Yeah, of course. Holy shit. Yeah.
I'm just asking the question. Yeah. So you're doing the Olympia. So because what you mentioned, it makes a whole lot of sense that, it's the first time working with that coach. So far, you guys are doing really good. I mean, it looks great. You seem to be super motivated. And this is not just to mention this one more time, but let's say you guys win, but you still think that we could have done this a little better, then I think another show or maybe two would help you to really put together the formula for the Olympia. I'm just saying. I don't want to.
No, it's true. Everything you're saying is true. But we also know too, you pose different, you diet different when you're lagging muscles. So if I can put muscle back on some areas that I lost.
You look fucking huge, man. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Like you can be huge, but then like you have a fucking encaved chest. My side chest is like not good. Luckily, my leg is good, so that'll help.
Maybe we should edit that out so we don't play this week before his show.
Yeah,
we don't want people start focusing on your chest now. Come on, man.
It is bad. I don't care, honestly, because you know what they say, you're not going to be able to grow your legs after 40. And my legs are growing the most I ever have in my life. So
I'm proud of your abs.
But you also, but Sergio, you also, by your own statement, saying that you missed a lot of time training, so your body is not tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
so maybe your body responds well to a big break, a long break here and there. You had breaks, every now and then, and I think that's why you're not worn out.
I don't feel worn out. I feel the healthiest I've been.
Yeah.
But also, different protocols with new coaches. I'm sure you guys all were with somebody. I mean, even a lot of you, I mean, at least Victor and Cormier, you guys were with Aceto, and then you switched to like Chad. Like, was Chad better or was it just different? And so sometimes putting like a different toll on your body, it almost seems like it's doing better when it's just a change. It's just something different. It doesn't mean that Aceto is less good or anything like that.
Sergio, come on here.
What'd you guys say? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, a lot of those shows, some shows that I did by myself, I didn't really have someone guide me on it, but you still have in your mind what was working for you and what you did before. But I was also gonna say, commend you on your ab and thigh shot. Your ab and thigh shot looks way better than it's ever have.
Because I've been doing them.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. We got to cut that out too. That's a secret.
That's a secret from Chris.
Yeah, that's a secret.
Man, that shit's so old.
Come on, man.
Shit, I was doing that shit I was doing that as an amateur.
We don't talk about a lot of stuff.
No, but it's different. It's different, DJ. It's like it is because my dad showed me. That's like one of the only things my dad showed me is these twists. And my dumb ass did it with like a 45-pound bar and made my
No, a stick.
No. Cormier's is different. It's emotion. I'm not gonna show it on TV, but it's different.
And I see, but
I'm sure this will change your life.
Dennis never believed me, but I do some things a lot of people just don't do, and I know he knows it for sure. Okay. And it does make a difference with some of these poses. That's all right.
Well, then you should spread the word and not keep it a secret. You can't make no money off a secret.
He does to his client. He does to his clients.
No, wax on, wax off.
but honestly, DJ, I think that's what training is. I think you guys have all done that. You learn something from Charles Glass. Even when I went to train with Dorian, like, am I going to do that crazy low volume ever again in my life?
He's still doing that with his clients?
Our first chest day is immediately wants to start with like 225, 315. Not a 135, not 145, immediately to straight 3 plates.
But you warm up first though.
And then there's no warm up. There's no warm up. Warm up. I can warm my body.
Cardio.
Yeah. Dorian would have me warm my body up, but I'm not warming up my body up. Yeah. Like we were gonna go straight to 315 on incline press, and then the next one is like 405, 5 plates. And I'm like, Dorian, man, please, I can't. I gotta level up. So there are certain things, like I'm just using him as an example. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna do that. My body's too old for that. But there's a lot of things that he taught me that I'm doing for my back that I wish I was doing. Yeah. Cormier's got this like shrug, deadlifting. If you looked at me doing it, you would think that I look like an idiot, honestly. But I do it, and it's really helping me get the middle of my back. I've been doing it since San Diego. When me and you trained in Arizona, there's a lot of things you showed me with dumbbells, DJ, that I'm still doing. Milos's giant sets. Every single person on this fucking panel, except for Victor, has shown me something in the gym that I'm still today.
You're coming through. Like I said, I'm gonna invite you to come through to get some the repair guys we see over here in New York City.
Well, when we were in Turkey, Victor, I recorded you. I saw this way that you were doing these seated cable rows, and I sent it to my workout partner. So I already stole something from YouTube when we were in Turkey.
Look something. Who didn't do the stakes, the twists? I think I saw it in the magazine with Flex magazine with Chris, and I started doing them right away.
Look up Sergio's Instagram real quick for me, Bill, please. And look, there's a video. There should be a video of him posing. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just pictures. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just pictures.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about with your chest. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at the next one.
I'm doing the cleavage titty press together. Everybody got to.
Hey, I think you're over.
Look at this one.
Good, man.
I think in this shot, you can move your hand to the left, or that left hand. You could open up, be a little bigger on that one still.
Yeah, I think if.
But you know what I hate? I hate my obliques, so I try and hide them.
Yeah, if I think in that case right now, because your shoulders look pretty even to me. I'm not sure why you're so harsh on yourself. In that case, if you want to pop your shoulders more, I would pull the hands closer to your abs. That would pop the shoulders just a little bit more.
And understand this.
But I think this is the best I've seen you.
And Sergio, there is no one with actually even delts. There's no one like that. Everyone has a short.
Another
Yeah, you're right. I know. I mean, I could pick myself apart all day.
Don't play with yourself with that.
Yeah, that's a good pose for you now. Yeah, and your chest looks full, even here.
Good.
I mean, everybody looks good after chest day.
More.
Oh, that was chest day. Then you know what you got to do backstage. Pump up the chest.
Yeah, make it a chest day. That's it.
The ab development is definitely way better.
There you go.
Way better.
Yeah, your legs are. I mean, you can really see that they're grown.
Well, you just put on the neoprene.
What's that tape for? You injured in your knee or something? Your knee?
So if you see, I was posting pictures in Dubai with that tape. So I didn't realize when I did that Legion with Clarita and Regan, I had a torn meniscus. I didn't even know. I did Arnold with it. I did a fucking Legion with it. And I just thought it was bothering me. Honestly, I just thought I was getting old. And then when I was in Dubai, I got that shit checked out and they said I had a torn meniscus. But I'm not going to get surgery. And so that's when I actually met my girl. She actually just does tape work. And I was driving so far to this dude in Dubai because when he puts this tape, I don't feel no pain, nothing. I can squat 5 plates.
Oh,
no problem.
really? Wow.
It don't make no sense. And so when I first met her, she was just like, oh, you don't need to drive all the way out there. I'll do it for you. So if you look at Dubai, she's been taping my knee up. And so I stopped using it for a while because I was good. But you know what's killing it again is the fucking posing. Posing
pulling against it,
it out. Oh, it kills. So if I wear it, it helps. But it's not anything where it's serious. It's not like I'm still squatting. If you look a couple posts ago, I was squatting 4.5 plates just a couple days ago.
No problem.
Yeah.
That's why your legs is coming up, because you're squatting. Most people don't squat. Yeah, most people don't squat. Yeah.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
Yeah, you just made a post. You just made a post about that, actually. That's funny.
Yeah, no. I wish I taped you and put it. I would be proudly putting Sergio doing 4.5 plates squats 2 weeks before the goddamn 3 weeks. 3 weeks. No,
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Until I get injured, and then they're gonna be like, "What idiot was squatting 4.5 plates 2 weeks before the show?"
They went 4. How many reps you doing with the 4?
I only did like 12.
All right, you stay with the 4. Make it 20. Make it 15.
Well,
You don't need to do
you
4.5.
need to come out to Vegas, bro. You need to come out to Vegas and actually not party, just actually come train.
Is that possible? No.
Victor,
Last time we went to Vegas, the Olympia, we didn't party last time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, we just kind of like
walk around the damn what was that? The damn casino. Who walk around the casino?
Yo, We're there like freaking lost. We were like there like it was our first time there and shit. Not even like we didn't even know what Vegas was. We were
Too
but
bad.
no, come to this side. Come to this side, Serge. I want to hook you up with some of the guys, some of the therapists I know. Some get you some stem cell over here.
Yeah, and bro, and I told you when I saw you in Turkey, it's crazy that I never trained with Victor. I mean,
come through, man. We'll host you.
not Victor. What's his name? The Cuban.
Munoz, yeah.
Munoz, yeah. That's crazy. I gotta train with him, bro. That's wild. Can I ask you a question though? Because you guys have been to all. What was the best location for an Olympia? That's not the Vegas.
Oh, New York, man.
The New York one.
New York was nice.
Or Atlanta. Atlanta was good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I only been to Vegas, so I wouldn't know.
But you still went as a spectator, no?
No, I never. My first Olympia was the one that I competed in.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I never been.
I did Orlando, Atlanta, Helsinki, Vegas, and Madison Square Garden.
Was it where Italy?
No, that was '89. That's before us. You know, the '89.
Did you guys
When
hear?
Go ahead.
Did you guys hear something about going big with the Olympia? About choosing different venues and filling up maybe 20,000 seats. What do you guys think about this? Is this a great idea? I think they should do something because I think that the one where they're at now, the Resorts World, is just not big enough for, there's only, I think it's a little over 4,000 seats. I think they should have at least 10,000 because they would sell out on 10,000 and that would be
People are trying to get into the show still, huh?
Huh?
People were still trying to get into the show.
Yeah, that's why they did the watch party at the club,
Yeah, but that shit was stupid.
Yeah, but if you fly from out of if you come from overseas and you go to the Olympia, you want to see the stage.
Yeah, that's what
I want to get
I want to fly there to go to a bar.
I want to get the crowd atmosphere, and all that. I'm not flying over there just for the expo. That's not what I'm doing. I can guarantee you, there's a lot of people going to the FIBO this year that probably wouldn't go if there wasn't a show.
I mean, what's a good theater that can house that many people and actually have a good seat?
You don't need a theater. You need an arena.
An arena, something, with good seating, like arena seating. You can't have it in a banquet hall type.
To be honest though.
What about where have the UFC at?
I tell you, shit, the T-Mobile, shit, that costs so much. To be honest, I think that the arena at the Orleans was perfect.
Yeah.
It was a stadium for sure.
I'm sure it's considered.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, the hotel was old and it sucked, but it was cheap.
Yeah,
I'm sure considered.
$40 room and shit. That was awesome.
The restaurants was affordable.
We know that's all you care about.
The restaurants are affordable.
The seafood was cheap. That's what Chris cares about.
I kind of liked it there because the arena was, I think, 9,000 or 10,000. With the balconies and with the suites up there, I think it was great.
But it wasn't good for the athletes. Like when we stayed there, you don't have a microwave, you don't have a kitchen. So what end up doing is you get a different room to stay.
Bring a microwave.
No, Sergio, they do have microwaves. You got to just order them. I did it every year.
Well, they used to run out, so I used to go to Walmart.
It wasn't like unlimited microwave.
Yeah, but the good
air fryers now.
But to your defense, back then it wasn't as many competitors as there are now. So there was always But I would always travel with a little microwave or something. I buy one in Vegas for $39 and throw it away after I'm done with it.
I would leave it right there in the damn room.
Oh, return it. We used to return it.
Yeah,
used to buy it and return it. That's it.
You got time. It's like $50.
Yeah, but
I think it was 2007 exactly, Victor. Your year. That was in New Orleans, right? I had
New Orleans.
And AT was not working in a bunch of guys' rooms. I remember.
Hey, Victor, did you actually tell Jay that you definitely should have won the show?
Yeah, he told him.
You told him that?
Right.
I told Jay you should have won.
No, you didn't tell Jay.
That you got robbed.
Victor told everybody he got robbed.
I mean, I did it in a way, obviously, not to Jay, because Jay was given the award, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really not his fault.
It's not, no, nobody said it was Jay's fault.
No, I didn't say it's fault.
But
Yeah,
there's,
No, right?
there's a lot of,
obviously, you know, but it is what it is. But it was a perfect year. I mean, I had a nice suite over at the Caesar's Palace. I did not stay at the Orleans. Because remember Stevie? He used to own the club, Chris.
Yeah.
No, he got me like freaking 7 rooms, man.
Him and 2 Chainz over there.
Yeah, man. He got me a nice freaking suite overlooking the topless pool, man, that weekend.
Yeah. Don't you love it when everything's perfect? The prep is perfect.
Yeah,
Hotel's perfect. No
It
clamping,
was a
no
perfect
crap up.
weekend.
Everything looks great.
Yeah, I hung out with Mariah Carey that weekend. It was cool,
Perfect
man.
show.
Did you say topless pool?
yeah.
Yeah, topless pool. I was staying right over it. I will open up the shades, and there was titties all morning, man. All to the afternoon until 5 o'clock. I think.
I got to go to Sapphire Pool for that.
Or the Mandalay.
So I was right over it. I'm telling you. I just gotta look out the window. That's it.
Yeah, I heard Mandalay.
Yeah. But who goes to a pool because you see topless girls?
I'm just saying, it was motivating.
That shit's so normal in Germany. In a regular fucking public pool, you go topless.
You know, call it titty motivation.
Titties everywhere. Are you a tit? Oh, Vic, you a titty man?
Do I look like a boy, man? Boobs are for babies.
Yeah.
Just like milk is.
Too bad we don't know the names of the competitors, because we could have did a little prediction for the FIBO, but we do not have. I know a couple of guys that are in the show, but I really don't have them.
Who are the guys from Brazil?
There's nobody from Brazil that I know of right now.
Okay.
The Brazil? Who are the guys are from Brazil? I can tell you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Brazil.
Yeah, you know, they got good competitors. They're always going condition.
I didn't know a single name.
No?
Not a single one, to be honest.
Hey, I know this is off topic a little bit, but I was thinking I put in like 22 years of competitive years. How many years do you put in, Milos? Competitive years. From start to finish. Amateur to pro, like when you start, when you finish. Huh?
18.
18?
Yeah, first show 85 and last 2003.
You Vic?
Damn, I think 93 was my first
Show?
show. No, I say I'm gonna start with the NPC show. So
Yeah, NPC.
Yeah, 97, and my last one was 2020.
So count that. Is that 23?
Your first show was 97?
97. Then I did 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 I skipped because of the injury. And then 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's a lot of years. 20-something years. 23 years.
How about you, Dennis?
93 to 2010. Well, shit, and I came back for one in 2012. So, but 93 to 2010, one.
No, 2012. It counts.
Yeah, but then there was nothing in between 2010 and 2012. I stepped
That's
away.
like 1 year.
Competitive mode.
What do you mean it's 1 year? From 2010 to 2012?
Yeah.
That's 2 years.
In 2010,
2 years, Milos.
only 1 year. 2011, that we
No.
Golden State
No. And I explained it to you, so even you get it. Hold on. The Olympia 2010 was in September, October, and I did 2012 December, the Masters. So it was 2 years and 2 months.
Did you?
I was there for that one. That was nice.
Huh?
It's good seeing you up there, Dennis. I was there for the match in Miami.
Yeah, you should have told me before. Don't get on that stage, man. I should have stayed my ass home.
Nah.
You know when you do you ever? Okay, that's a good question for all you guys. Give me one show, if you even had one, that you regretted stepping on stage. You just regretted step on stage.
2017 Olympia.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody's got one show where like, man, I should have stayed my ass home.
Like Abdullah, what the fuck were you thinking?
I had a few. But, for me, it's the one that Victor won. 2003 Night of the Champions. I had no business being there, but I signed a contract with Vito, right? and I had to. That was the year that I was a big time mess, and but I had to do it. I just hated it.
Oh man.
Chris?
I mean, this wasn't my best, but after I had that hospital stint, came back from the dead and did the show in one in Canada, which I'm like thinking, okay, I'm going over there. I don't have nothing with me. I don't want no problems at the damn at the customs and shit. I tell my boy, hey, hook me up when I get over there. There's nothing over there for me. The dude is actually on the other side of Canada talking about, I thought you wanted it for the photo shoot. I said, why the fuck would I want it for the photo shoot? I wanted the show.
So, but
Like,
Milos, can you tell there's a pattern there with Chris? Every time he didn't look his best, he would blame someone else for not coming through.
Hey, you didn't.
Every time.
I just thought my friends. I thought my friends would have my back, but my friends
you should have been
trying to beat me.
You should have been in shape before you got over there.
Trying to beat me, trying to keep the thumb on my head.
That's the statement that'll bury me, Chris.
Sergio, you ever had a show where you regretted stepping on stage?
Yeah, that fucking cow from 2023 when I got out of the jail from Dubai. It was so stupid. Like, I just thought in my head that it was going to be like a movie. I'm going to get out of jail. I'm going to go back to California where I moved from, and I'm going to do this show and go to the Olympia. When bodybuilding's hard as fuck, you're not going to be able to do shit like that. Like, it's funny. I told Vic this when I saw him in Turkey. You know what got me motivated is I was like, Vic got locked up in Brazil, got out, won a show, broke his arm at the expo. Like, all these things happened to him. I can't be bitching about just getting locked up. So I was like, I got to go and do this show. But what I should have just did is once they took me off the travel ban, so I just came back to the States and chilled, let my body acclimate, get my body back to regular, and then do a show. This whole, like, I got to get out of jail, go into this show immediately, like, all like, you know, like
that's like the rappers when they get shot. They got to get right in the damn right in the booth and start making some music.
Right into a diss track.
That shouldn't have gone. I should have chilled. I should have came back to the States, you know, or even just went to Spain earlier, and then did a show properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a show a week later. You didn't do it.
No, there wasn't. That was the problem. There wasn't going to be a show because I missed Brazil. I missed New York. Then it was the cow. The next one wasn't until Chicago, which wasn't until like July. That's the reason why I did it. I remember because I was like, that I don't want to wait another 2 months. I had already been dieting for like fucking 7 months because remember, I was stuck there. I was supposed to compete at the one with Beirut, do that. So there was like 3 shows I missed while I was either locked up or on that travel ban. Regardless, I should have just chilled. I didn't need to jump into a show. The fact that I got top 3 proves that I would have won that show if I just wasn't under all that duress.
Yeah. Welcome to the club on a travel ban, you know.
Vic, are you still banned from somewhere to travel?
I'm always banned from somewhere, man. And sometimes I don't even know until the time comes. And I'm like, damn.
You'll get there, you put your damn passport on this.
Yeah, like, give me a memo, you know.
We gotta put you back on the next flight.
Yeah. But it's cool because some other places I get banned, it's like godsend, like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, it's a perfect excuse never to go back. You know, so I don't mind it.
Hey, let's talk about Pittsburgh Pro real quick, since we do know a few guys that go into this show. Now, I hope Goodvito is doing it. You know, most likely, if it's not in the Saturday show, he has to. And we already know that Derek is doing it. We don't. Nick, Martin. Who am I missing now, guys?
He's
Michael Crizo.
Top guys.
And Goodvito.
Yeah, Crizo's doing it.
Yeah, Crizo looks pretty good too in pictures.
Yeah, he looks serious.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, Bonac is doing Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, he's on the list.
Oh, okay, well, the list is not even out.
Well, there were Instagram lists, you know, with the pictures.
He was as confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think Crizo's doing that both shows, Pittsburgh and New York.
I don't know why Crizo is not doing the FIBO too. Then maybe he is. I don't know.
The list is out.
Yeah.
He's literally fucking a 2-3 hour drive away from it.
He's gonna be there.
Okay, Crazy, if you're listening, you're in shape. He's in crazy shape right now. Condition is
He was never fat, though.
what?
He was never fat.
Because
Yeah.
if you strategically
Never fat.
look at
Shut up.
you want to qualify. The ultimate goal is for everybody to qualify for the Olympia. Strategically, you always go, okay, I'm not going to not go there because these guys are there. I'm still going to go there. But if there's a show before where I could go to get my qualification, then I would still go there and I'll be able to breathe and just go into that show. So, that's why I think it's real smart for Sergio to do this show in Germany. First of all, because the German fans finally going to see some Americans, which they normally never see unless they're off season or standing in the booth, which is different. And I hope that there's a couple more guys signing up until Monday because, it's going to be a great show. I mean, there's a nice theater for the finals. The prejudging is going to be on the expo stage. There's going to be at least 10,000 people watching at the expo. That expo hall is going to be so packed. There's going to be no booth going to be able to make business while the prejudging is going on.
You're gonna have great fans there, Serge. I
Yeah.
say just focus on this show. Don't worry who's in it, who's not. You're in it. You're coming back. Focus on yourself. And this alone is going to spark that extra fire you're going to need looking forward. So just stop that. I need to battle. I need to look who's there. I need good guys. Just do you, man.
No, you're right.
Just stay on track,
I honestly, like, even if I don't win the Mr. Olympia, I don't win the Arnold, if I can just at least get on stage and look like what I look like all the times I've been off the stage, I'll be happy. I think it'll be the biggest disappointment for me personally. I know a lot of people focus on my name and the history and all that, but honestly, the biggest disappointment for me would be that I've been in the gym. I've been in the gym with Cormier and Milos and even with DJ before that Arnold I did. And I'm like, fuck, man, this is top call out at the Olympia. And then it's just never that on stage. And so if I did my whole career and I just never looked my best on stage, that would be the biggest disappointment for me. So for this show, I'm just so tired of fucking up my peak. I'm so tired of a lot of guys look better the day after the show. I always look good 3 or 4 days before.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, bro, I want to get on stage like right now. And then after 3 or 4 days, my body just fucking, whatever it is, stress, diuretics, it just gets fucked up and gets flat.
Just fucking meditate, man. Meditate.
Yeah, I've been trying to get on that. Yeah, for sure.
Meditate. Let the fucking world burn and just wait for that time. That's it, man.
So that's all I want. I just want Stefan to finally help me just do what I've already been doing. I've been walking around like it. I just need to do it the day of the show and the morning of prejudging. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
Listen to Victor. Calm, slow.
That's it, man.
Rockabye baby.
It's like I'm going to Europe. They saying, listen, when you come back, we're gonna lock you up. I'm like, hey, man, whatever. It's just
just let it roll off your shoulders, man. I made a living behind doing that. Just whatever happened going on. Like I told you many stories, Sergio. I just let it roll off my shoulders, man. I can't control it. Just fuck it. I can't control it.
That's that fucking stoicism right there, man. Fuck that, bro. Let it burn, man. Keep going forward, man.
There you go.
Freight train, man. Come on, Serge. You're gonna create whole new fans over there, whole new following, and they're gonna follow you for the next few shows, and it's just gonna be golden, man.
Years, hopefully.
Yeah. Sure. It's about time, honestly, too.
Yeah, you're a veteran now, man. You have nothing to do but just finish strong and finish out hopefully the way you want to finish out. So you have no regrets.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a posing routine already?
Yeah, but when you were talking about best poser earlier, I meant to say that I'm going to try and focus now this time on my mandatories. Winning best poser awards is cool, but for me to be one of the worst at my mandatory poses was something that was very embarrassing for me. So this is the most I've been getting on my posing, the mandatories. And it's funny, it's the first time ever I don't have my routine even done. Sometimes I have my routine done like way before the show, like caring about shit like that. That doesn't even matter. And then I can't even go through 3 revolutions of poses without fucking losing my belly. So I changed my focuses. I changed my priorities. So what I want to do is I'm also going to shave too. I haven't told anyone this. I'm going to shave. So I want to come out.
All off?
I'm gonna keep the stash. I'm gonna rock the.
Are you fucking serious?
All
When was the
right.
last time
The
you
New York
were?
Yankees.
when
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't since I've been a pro. I've had facial hair, but I also have never won a show since I had a beard. So I think it's time to fucking lose
There you go. Get
Lose
that.
the
Get
coast.
Come
that.
on, man. Bring that back.
Bring
Look.
Bring back.
Yeah,
the,
but I want people to be like, I want people honestly to be like, who is this?
This
Who the
is
fuck?
the new Sergio. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There you
Great,
go
man.
with the porn stash. Yeah. That's awesome. Wait, I can't wait. I'm leaving for Germany tomorrow morning because I have a show this weekend, and then the FIBO next week. So I will be seeing you on Thursday for the athletes meeting.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and then if there's anything in Germany,
Where's the athletes meeting going to be?
It's going to be at the FIBO. They're gonna
FIBO?
assign me a room or hall or whatever. I don't even know for sure which one this is yet. And then this is where the meetings, the check-in's going to be because we have amateurs all day and we bring the pros in sometime in the evening. I don't remember exact time. And
All right, hit me up out there, Sergio.
Yeah, because you're gonna go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm leaving tomorrow for Spain, and then I'll be out there already.
Yeah, man. If you can come back and check out my posing for sure.
Yeah, hit me up.
yeah.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. I appreciate you making the time, Sergio. Also, you, Victor, man. Thanks for the time.
Hold on,
Always.
DJ, before we go, man. Like,
Yeah.
how you have this like this?
What?
You have that shit, bro. I want to get that, bro. You like this, bro.
You get
Like,
what? What?
You're like fucking fresh, like you've been sleeping for 10 days and just got on.
You want to? Hey, you want to know my secret? This is what I started. Now I'm going to tell you something, and you'll be surprised. You might think I'm lying, but this is the truth. You know
Not
what
really.
You know what I do every morning. First thing when I get up, I have a bowl
Oh my God.
with ice,
Oh
and
my
I
God,
fucking drown.
ridiculous.
I drown
Yeah.
myself in ice water every morning.
You know, I only shower with cold water, right?
I don't know.
Did not know that.
I don't.
How
I
long?
only shower
How
with
long you
cold
keep
water.
your face in?
As
you
long as I
keep
can
your
hold
face
my,
in ice.
as long as I can
Any
hold
ice.
my breath, and then I come up, I catch
So
my
you
breath,
fucking ice.
and I go in again.
All this time,
Bro, this shit helps you, man. That shit helps you for sure.
I do polar bear every year, man. I still, man. I don't know.
And you want to stay young? Stem cells in your face.
In my face.
I did stem cells in my face. Yes.
Other-
They offered it to me. I said, "No, go ahead, man. Let's blast, blast
All
it."
right. On my face.
Yeah.
So, in it?
In it.
Like
No,
squirt
they,
it.
no, no. They're gonna go in. They're gonna go in. It's like I don't know. It's like I know. It feels like
Yeah, I know.
feels like you're getting
That's why-
tattooed.
That's why I want to hook up Serge over here, you know, with the doc over here.
I
With a
need
few
it, I
doctors,
need it.
actually.
Yeah,
No,
get
no,
some-
no. Your injuries, man. Not your fucking cosmetic, man. What's
I
wrong
know.
with you? Physical, okay? Get you back 100.
I
All
need
right?
it. I gotta beat these youngsters, man.
There you go.
Oh,
All right, guys. I appreciate
y'all.
you, man. See you on
Hey,
Thursday. Vic,
you.
thank you so much. Chris, Milos.
thanks.
Peace
There
out.
you go.
Peace
Milo.
out.